those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, but as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
To throw on second down, Westbrook. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
On first down, Westbrook looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
On second down, it's Watson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Number 46, the ball carrier.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On second down now, it's Bennett. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and he will take it on out to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by the Bengals. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Pass incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Number 43.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 94 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is number 1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. On second down, Burrow. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chase Young able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he bulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Mike 50. You can't block me.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Westbrook dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
From the gun, Westbrook slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
10-0.
2nd and 11.
55's my guy, 55. Come on, 18, pioneer. Riggs. Bring it. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Let him know.
Operating from the gun, Westbrook. He's able to find Wallace. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the Bengals' 5-yard line.
On second down, it's Watson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
On second down, here's Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chase Young in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on, a big call coming on 3rd down. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And taken right at the 35. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line.
On second down now, it's Watson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Washington on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Westbrook. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. From the gun, Westbrook. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing on first down. Westbrook. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Westbrook. And the reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. 11 yards there. First down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 more there and another first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Go. Check.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
They'll try the left side. Watson. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
2-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Back. Go, Rick. Go. Hey, check that. Street. Watch it.
On 3rd down, it's Watson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. And this is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That's taken on the 25. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, 50.
To throw again, Westbrook. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. From midfield now, Burrow. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Check, 55 to mine. Target.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Watch twins. 60 Eagle.
A final shot before break. Westbrook, he's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Over 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chase Young. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Burrow. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Burrow. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Burrow loses the football. And does Washington have it? They do. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Hurt.
Now a give right side. It's Watson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Right back to him on first down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run.
Yeah, the ball is knocked out.
That's good for Washington.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On first down, it's Bennett. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Bennett. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
Mike 50, Mike Slam. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Street. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, here's Burrow. Going right side here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one. Way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Westbrook. And he finds McLaurin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
Throwing again, Westbrook. It's caught, left side, Bolden. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the gun, Westbrook, and that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Operating from the gun, Westbrook. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. They need a touchdown, the two-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Third down.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 45-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And you You can see by the X next to their name they have clinched the NFC East already. For the moment, though, they would host a wild card game in round 1.
And for me, it brings back memories about how tough it is to win this division. Not just in recent years, but think about the decades that have stacked up where we've said the NFC East, always one of the toughest divisions in the NFL. Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
55, Mike, got 55. Watch the slant.
On 1st and 10, Westbrook. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow, you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Hey, here I come. I'm not lying. Here I come. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Watson, and he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
He's taken down at the...
And they're going to speed things up here.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
It's a party now. Whoa. Street. Go. Hey, smash. Hey. 50 the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hurt. Stay at home.
On 2nd down, it's Watson. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Westbrook. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Defensively, mission accomplished. And now, with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, You're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble, but theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Watson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Watson. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
So Burrow and the Bengals down 27-20, a little under 50 seconds to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Check, 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 check. 51 on the mic, boy, 51.
Back to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
First down, Bengals.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch that in. Watch that in. That is right.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They'll run on 1st down. It's Watson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Washington 27, Bengals 20.